Hey guys, welcome to another video this weekend, celebrating my 100th comic book review episode. This video is strictly graphic novels and books. First off, I figured I'd grab books of every kind for my 100th video, so I grabbed this. It's a manga, the only manga I'm ever going to own probably. Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. No offense, it's a big book. It's a long book.
It's very good.
It's very good, but with all the comic books I have to read and all the books I've read, I have not had the time to read it completely.
Chris, it's kind of short.
I read it.
I'm glad you read it. I'm not really a huge manga fan. Do enjoy the artwork. Do enjoy this. I did enjoy the story from what I read, and the artwork is great. The artwork in the book is really spectacular. But yes.
Just that it's no color, but it's always been like that with mangas.
All mangas have no color.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I just said that.
That's the manga. That's the trademark of a manga. Is you read it from back to front.
A lot of
It's
pages
black and
have
white.
a few words on them. So.
Yes, this was very good. I would highly recommend this. Yeah, I would highly recommend this if you're a Zelda fan. What? Phone is broken? Oh well. So, next, I'm leaving this book for last. Next, this book, actually, let me get to a book that was recommended to me now for a second. This book was recommended to me by several people. One of them being Dog and Howlett, my friend Chris, who read the series as a comic book, as the comics came out, and then I asked if it was really good because it involves this character, and he said it was an absolute pickup. Carnage Family Feud. The five Carnage books. This collects Carnage 1 through 5 of the miniseries, and Carnage USA, which is coming out in the beginning of next year, the end of this, is the sequel to this. First of all, this artwork is the artwork that was from the Toxin series, the one that you thought was from.
Yeah, I really thought that was Toxin.
This is from the Carnage vs. Venom. This is the artwork from the Carnage vs. Venom series. Let me try to find some good artwork for you guys.
That was one of the many.
Here we go. Carnage. And I'll find a Spidey while I'm talking about it. So, Carnage is as far as everybody knows, dead. But there's this engineer that finds Carnage floating around the atmosphere, sends Carnage back, uses his symbiote costume to try to create some new type of armor. He brought Cletus Cassidy back to life, who now has robotic legs because Sentry ripped Carnage in half, so now Carnage only has the top half of his body. His legs are gone forever. It's up to Spider-Man and Iron Man to stop him. Cletus Cassidy gets rejoined with a symbiote at some point. Shriek tries to team up with him. Doesn't work. This girl loses her arm in the beginning of the book. And then at the end she creates a new symbiote. I want to see what it is. Scorn. So she's going to have... There's going to be another symbiote now running around. And also... Doppelganger shows up. He gets ripped in half in the middle of the book. A lot of ripping in half going on in this book. I just realized that. A lot of ripping in half and missing some limbs. But it basically ends where Cletus Cassidy escapes. So now he's still at large. But Shriek is back in custody. And Doppelganger is kind of like his pet now. And basically, the last page, he's actually saying, I'm planning my comeback, which is going to lead into probably Carnage USA. Here's what the book looks like without its flashy cover. It just says Carnage on it. Nice. I'll keep the slip cover, though. Book is an absolute must-read for any Carnage fan. I loved it. I should have grabbed the series. I heard so much naysay, though, from the first 2 issues that I said, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to bother with it. But now reading the book, I say I should have just grabbed the 2 back issues and followed this along. It was really, really good. But then again, I have the hardcover now. I don't need the comics. Also, the hardcover, the pages are stretched a bit more because this is a wider hardcover than a standard comic book cover, a comic book page. So the pictures are actually stretched out more, which is a plus. Just like in X-Men Utopia, this is an actual plus for a book. Okay, that's Marvel. So we got Marvel out of the way, we got mangas out of the way. Next, let's go to DC before we jump into Independence. This book, I didn't even know about. This book, I actually saw while I was browsing Amazon.com for a good DC comic book. And this came up, I got it at a really, really, really good price, so I said, shit, yeah. DC Comics, year by year, a visual chronicle from the year 1930 to the year 2010, the end of 2010. This is a slipcover. This is the actual book. It has beautiful, beautiful. First of all, you get this free artwork in the front of the book. You get 2 pieces of artwork, 2 slide artworks. One is a sketch of Batman, and one is a sketch of the finalized cover. I like the Batman one. I'm going to keep these in the book though, because I don't have any frames for them or anything like that, so yeah, they stay in the book until otherwise. Of course, if they go back in the book. Getting them in this cover slit is the hardest part. The pictures are awesome. It chronicles everything, every major event that went on in DC Comics all the way until last year. I'm trying to find the best one was 92. Good, here's 92. Death of Superman Chronicle. Love the way Superman was drawn in the 90s. Kingdom Come is another one.
That was really big back then.
That was huge back in the day. And basically, all the way through. Basically from the very beginning. The first, Jim Lee did this page. They start off here with the introduction, 1930. And here you go. This is where DC Comics officially started. And then they moved down to 36, 37, and then 1938, which is the debut of Superman. And basically that's where comic books take off. Every year had something major for some type of character or the universe itself. This book is awesome. I love it. If you ever needed to reference anything, if you ever needed to find an issue, like let's say the death of Jason Todd, that's mentioned in here. Or if you want to know what was big in 1995, that's in here. If you want to know what was great before the relaunch in 2010, that's in here. This book is humongous. It's heavy, but it's worth every penny. Really, really awesome book.
It's like the DC Encyclopedia in a way.
No, the DC Encyclopedia is much different. This is basically the encyclopedia that chronicles all the comic books as opposed to the characters. Oh. You're right. So in a way it is. You're kind of right. So that's DC. I would absolutely say grab this also. All the books in this video I would absolutely say grab. Okay, so that's this. Now, the final book. Something I'm pleasantly surprised about. A book that a lot of people recommended to me, and I said, no, it doesn't look interesting because it's limited. The series only is going to have about, it's 15, it's limited to about 7, 8, maybe 10 stories, and then they're going to end the whole series. But I got volume 1 with the special hardcover of Locke and Key. What was it called again? Welcome to Lovecraft. Holy crap, this was awesome. There are 3 other? There's 4 volumes right now, right? The 5th one is out in comics, which I'm catching up on in the comics. But there are 3 other books out there. I already have book 2 in a cart, ready to go. This series is a must-have. It's done by IDW. IDW is also known on my comic reviews for Transformers and Ghostbusters and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is another awesome thing from IDW. I noticed I'm leaving Image and going into IDW more.
Yeah. I really like it.
Yeah, the story was awesome.
Amazing. I read it too.
Mike and Amber also had read it.
Didn't you say it was written by...
Yeah, I was going to get to that. It's written by Joe Hill, who is really Stephen King's son. His real name is Joseph Hillington King. His pen name is Joe Hill. That's the only difference. Still, awesome writer. He's also known for the book Heart-Shaped Box. This is his first comic book series. Really good. Basically, the father's killed by this boy that meets up with this weird ghost woman from the well, and they end up inheriting Key House. Or the Key Home.
The Key House.
It's Key House, yeah. And then the little boy finds a key. I want to call him, it was Brody, right? Or Bode? No, Bode. That's how you pronounce his name, Bode. Bode finds the first key, which allows him to walk through doors and leave his body, and he basically becomes a ghost. That's the whole point of the key. In every book I hear there's like 2 or 3 keys. Also in this book is the anywhere key, the gender key, and I forgot there was another key. I could have sworn there was another key. Oh, and then in the very end, the story's awesome. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but basically this guy escapes the jail because they put him in jail for killing the family's father. He escapes thanks to the ghost woman in the well, and basically he heads towards them again. That's basically his story.
She's an echo. An echo.
She's just an echo of who, yeah, she's a ghost. So she wants out of the well, and she basically strikes a deal with Bode. You get me out of the well, I'll save your family from the crazy guy who wants to kill them. So in the end, also the older brother finds out that Bode wasn't lying, and he becomes a ghost. He goes through the ghost door and comes back then. And what I want to get to is, in the very end, a new key is found, and that's what's leading into book 2, the head case key, or the head key, so to speak. I love this series. I love the artwork. The story is gripping. It's creepy. This is the anywhere key, by the way. It can take you anywhere in the entire world. All you got to do is think of it, unlock the door, open it up, and you go anywhere.
That's cool.
It should be a TV series.
It was going to be a TV series on Fox. Fox decided to turn down the pilot.
It would have been amazing if it had.
Amazing. It was great. Artwork is awesome. Story was awesome. I'd say check this out. Check out the other 3 trade paperbacks. Also, it was great. Also, with this wonderful book, there's IDW is working with a place called Skeleton. I don't remember the exact name. Skeleton something site. And I went on their site, and on their site they sell replicas. And the replica I got was the head case key. Or it's called the head key, that's what the tag says. So officially I have 1 replica prop from the Locke and Key series, and that's the head key from the next trade paperback, which I'll be getting fairly soon. It came in this wonderful sack that says Locke and Key. And oh, here we go, Skeleton Crew Studios by IDW Publishing, and the key is made by Skeleton Crew Studios. They have a lot of the keys, but a lot of the keys unfortunately sold out. Some of them are coming back, some of them aren't. So what can you do? I'm definitely catching up on this series. This is a series that I'm not playing around like, oh yeah, I'll catch up eventually. The books are inexpensive. The story is, something that no comic book reader who likes a little bit of horror, a little bit of mystery, and a little bit of fun in their stories should be without. This is something that should be in any serious comic collector that likes, like, I don't even know, what would you classify this, Amber? Horror, mystery, both?
Both.
Adventure? It's both.
Adventure involved as well.
Everything, it sounds like.
It is a little bit of everything, and that's what makes this.
Could it also be supernatural-ish?
No, yeah, because it does involve
Yeah, because ghosts
so
and all that. So yeah, supernatural.
Involves keys. I mean, I can't say enough good things about this.
It is a definite buy.
Absolutely, this is a definite buy for anybody who's into independent work that you'll like this. That likes horror, adventure with mystery. This is an absolute buy if you're a Spidey fan and like Carnage. For those of you who like to chronicle everything, this is for you. And for those of you manga fans who are Legends of Zelda fans, absolutely check out Legends of Zelda as well. Got my little key prop here, which I'm probably going to show again in the 100th comic book review, or have it hanging somewhere during the 100th comic book review. All these things here, absolutely check out. Locke and Key is the best freaking book. The most pleasant surprise I've had all year, and the best decision I've ever made was to buy Volume 1 and to give this series a chance. This series is worth taking a chance with. It was that good. Mm-hmm. There's blood, there's gore, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of good stuff that happens also. I only feel bad that because the 5th story is in comic form right now, I'm going to be skipping from story 1 all the way to story 5, and I'm going to have to basically fill in the gaps. But you guys know me from Walking Dead. You know that that's the way I am. But I will fill in the gaps with this fast. I'm telling you, by this time next year, I'll have all the other 3 books. All 3 other books. And you guys will know because each book is going to be on my comic reviews. And I'm getting the special covers with the special laminated front drop things. I don't know. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. 100th episode, 100 comic book review episodes coming up. It's coming very soon, like almost next soon. So I'll see you guys in the 100th comic book review. Looking forward to it. We're all pumped, ready to go.
Yep.
100 comic book review is not going to be down here though. These are the only videos we're shooting down here today. Just wanted to change the atmosphere up a bit. So we'll see you guys soon for episode 100. So we'll see you there.